Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on when you are watching this. I am Shantae Jovan Taylor, and you are having coffee with the Neuroscientist. I am a neuroscientist and mindset success catalyst. I help people understand how to use the greatest technology on the planet better, the control center for everything we do and everything we don't do. All of our decisions start here. All of our emotions start here. So I help people to use this better to reach their goals, visions, dream faster. So today I'm going to talk about how you can amplify your mission, how you can amplify your vision, how you can make a bigger dent in the universe. Okay? That's my topic for Coffee with the Neuroscientist. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water or drink of choice, and hang out with me for a few minutes. So today I am drinking some special coffee. One of my viewers sent me samples of Organo Gold coffee. It's all organic and it is so delicious. Like, I don't have any cream or sugar or anything. I'm just drinking it straight. And I rarely drink coffee black, but this is like stimulating my taste buds on another level. So thank you, Theo Fowles, for sending me all these. I got a bunch of samples, even tea, green tea. It also has some what's called Ganoderma lucidum or luciderm spores from a fungus, so a mushroom essentially, right? And I had to look it up. That's the scientist in me, the researcher in me. I had to go look up what these spores actually do for the physical body. So I went on the NIH website, and there are studies proving that these fungal spores are have been scientifically shown to have anti-cancer properties, and it boosts metabolism and decreases insulin resistance. We have insulin receptors in the brain, important for learning and attention. And so when we have unregulated sugars, our insulin resistance is affected. So we want to make sure we regulate our blood sugar, right? So thank you for this. A nice treat to add to the coffee experience. And I'm all for organic, because how we're going to save the planet is to be more organic and aware of how we are treating our planet. That's operating from a higher level of ourselves, which means we need to be operating from a higher level of our brains. But you have to know how to use it, people. The knowledge of the brain and mind is now at your fingertips. It's available now. What we learned in the last 20 years is more than we've learned in the last 1,000 years by being able to look inside the brain and see what is happening in normal brains and what we do, how we think, and what parts of the brain are lighting up. In a normal, stable brain, not in the pathology sense, because that's how we learned about the brain before. What's wrong with the brain? That's how I learned about the brain. But now I'm shifting based on advanced modern research, how we can amplify our genius, our creativity, our focus, our productivity, our relationships, our compassion starts here, people. And if you are going to go through this life in modern times, you need modern information. You need advanced information. Okay? I don't care what I don't care what profession you're in. Understanding how the brain works will amplify your mission. It will amplify your leadership. It will amplify the way you deal with people, the way you conduct yourself, how you show up, how you get your teams to work more cooperatively and creatively. How you experience what other people are feeling starts with a compassionate mind, a compassionate brain. We have regions of the brain responsible for detecting compassion and empathy. But if we don't understand that we need to develop that to be better parents, better teachers, better leaders, better coaches, you are leaving advanced knowledge behind, and you are doing a disservice to yourself and to those you influence. We deserve, as human beings, to operate at a higher level of ourselves. And the way to amplify your mission, and everybody should have a mission. Everybody should be working on something bigger than themselves, okay? I mean, that's how we were really designed to be social creatures, to work collectively together to survive as a whole and to grow as a whole. We have a social brain. Did you know that? So having a mission takes us even higher as a human species. And there's no telling what we can do if we learn to harness the power of the brain and mind to be more creative, compassionate, and to show up better. Just imagine if the whole world showed up better in their authentic self. Compassionate, understanding, fully focused, productive. We would have a whole nother dynamic. We wouldn't have all the mental issues that we see. We wouldn't have all the social disparities that we see if we understood the mind and the brain better. So whatever profession you are, neuroscience can only take you further, can advance your knowledge and skill sets so you can show up better by understanding your brain and mind. But that's the place you come from when you coach, when you lead, when you parent, when you teach. You will come from the most advanced knowledge on the planet, the brain and mind, the greatest technology on the planet. And that is how you amplify your mission and reach more people and make more significant transformations in the lives that you influence. That is how you make a deeper dent in this vast universe, by understanding the universe that's in your head. Astrophysicists know that the brain is a universe. We have more connections in the human brain than the number of stars in the universe. We don't intentionally use it. We don't intentionally fuel it. We don't intentionally harness the different parts of the brain and focus on how to grow them and stimulate them to be more aware, more focused, more productive, more compassionate, more empathetic. Be more intentional about your brain and it will go the distance for you. You want to know why you can't stick to a habit? You got to know about your brain. The habits are formed in the brain. There is a certain circuitry designed for habit formation. But you got to be intentional about understanding how habits are formed. Not the old adage, it takes 3 weeks to form a habit. It takes more than that to form a habit. Yes, your brain is a universe. If you looked at images of all the neural connections in the brain, it looks like a universe. We don't have to travel outside this into space, which I really want to do, by the way, to have an experience of a universe, of a vast universe. And the knowledge is at your fingertips. If you don't have the mental energy and stamina to make a dent in the universe, to go after your mission, that's probably why you haven't, made strides in your mission. Knowing about the brain and the mind only enhances your journey. Not only enhances, I don't even think that word does it justice. Understanding the greatest technology on the planet, just like your iPhone, right, will take you to quantum leaps. If you just had a regular phone, no. Let's talk about your iPhone, your smartphone, right? You can use it just to make phone calls. And that's using it, right? But if you really want to advance your life, you can use it to text. You can use it to look up information. You can use it to watch stimulating videos or funny videos. Humor is important, people, to the brain. It releases endorphins. Endorphins are good for your neuroimmune system. Mindfulness takes mental awareness. But if you're stressed out, if you haven't honed in on how to manage your stressors and your emotions, you won't even have the mindset to incorporate mindfulness in your life, to sit down and just meditate for a couple of minutes, to become centered so you can show up better in all that you do. You got to get the physical brain under your control intentionally so that you can show up in a better space, so you can be more creative, so you can get those established new habits of success. Because right now you're probably operating on the old habits that are driving your behaviors. But we now know more about the brain and how habits are formed so that you can be in control of your destiny, your mental destiny. You can design your own mind, people. We know the brain is capable of so much growth, but you got to feed it. It's life-changing information. I'm telling you. It changed for me. Because remember, I just learned about what was wrong with the brain for the most part. And then that's what I told other people. Let me tell you what's wrong with your brain 10 hours a day. Yeah, that's not really fulfilling for me. For my genius, for my mission, for me making a dent in the world, it's empowering you all to amplify your mental space, your creativity, your productivity, so you can reach your full potential in this life. Let's stop waiting. What are you waiting for? You don't want to be full of regrets, because that's going to bring down your emotions. That's going to amplify your amygdala, right? Which is responsible for the negative emotions. I personally don't want to live a life of regrets. And my starting point was how to operate this better. And so that's how I show up in the world. Now I tell people what's right with their brains. My mission is to empower 100 million minds to use their brains better so that they can reach their highest level of potential in this life right now. Not 5 years, not 10 years, not 20 years, but now. You know, if you don't understand neuroscience at this juncture and you're a professional, you're a mentor, you're a leader, you're really doing a disservice to influencing the people who are looking up to you for growth and having the most advanced knowledge of true transformation. It's here for us. Okay? And everybody deserves to know how to use their own mental technology. Just like your smartphone, you just don't use it to make phone calls. You use it for everything else to enhance your life. The brain knowledge is not for people with mental disorders, not just for them. It's for you. It's for me. So, I'm leading you to the knowledge. How will you show up? Will you show up? That's my question for you. Think about that. All right, remember, share this first of all. And remember, when you better your mind, you better your brain, you better your impact in the universe. Make a bigger dent, people. I'll see you next time. Take care.